And what better way to start off a new week than with package time? And yes, I turned the light on to set the mood a little bit so we can see it. We can see it better. As I'm cutting into this box right now, this comes from, I believe, Korea. I bought this is a Korean package that I have here. So I bought this a while ago, and it just finally came today. And this is probably going to take a while to open. Alright, I got it open, and I usually try to open my boxes so I can save them, so I can send stuff from my eBay store. And, I don't know, I could still probably use this, but let me go ahead and show you what I have inside of here. Let's see, where... Okay, here it is. Alrighty, so here it is right here. And as soon as I open this up, you will see what it is. And it's... There we go. Okay. Alright, so what I have here, this is a Blue Collection Steelbook that I found online. And it is Everybody Wants Some from director Richard Linklater. This is his, like, sort of spiritual successor to Dazed and Confused, where it took place in the 90s. You can see right here on the back. This is shaped like a cassette. Like, it's supposed to look like a cassette tape. And, like, all the different songs on there. My Sharona, Take Your Time, Heartbreaker. Actually, wait, is this 90s or 80s? I haven't seen this movie in a while now. Last time I saw it, I really liked it, but I could have sworn this was the 90s. Let me double check something real quick. Okay, it is the 1980s. That's my bad. I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I found this online on eBay a couple months ago, and I just had to have it because I really did like this movie. It was one of my favorite movies of 2016, which tells you that I don't know what decade it was. I thought it was the 90s for some reason, but yeah, I found this online. Let me go ahead and open this up because I'm really curious about this. I bought this specifically because of the packaging, because it looks like a cassette tape. But let's go ahead and open this up real quick. All right, so as you can see right here, number 865 of 1,000 copies, and then on the top right here it says, "Have for a good time, not for a time." Not a time. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this up and... Okay, this isn't a steelbook, but... I thought this was a steelbook, but... No, it's not, but... Whatever, this is still pretty cool. Like, you get the... Here's the insert inside here. Literally looks like a cassette tape cover. There's the disc itself. Actually, this kind of looks like a Criterion Collection release, honestly, the more I look at it. Which I wouldn't be surprised if this actually eventually gets a Criterion release at some point, because it is Richard Linklater, and most of his movies do end up on Criterion. There's the poster, and then there's the disc inside. Got some cards inside there. And like I said, the cover art is basically in the shape of a cassette. There's that. There's also a little booklet in here. Oh, and you get a poster in here, too. Oop. Make sure I don't want to knock over the camera. Check it out. That's pretty cool. Like, I didn't know you get a poster with this. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Now comes the hard part of getting the thing back the right way. There we go. As I'm dropping stuff here. Let's see. Actually, this was supposed to go in on the opposite side, so I'll deal with that later on. But last thing we have in here is a booklet. And just like with most of these, you get like details on the movie, maybe the people involved, the people in the cast, and It's written in the Korean language, so I can't really read that. but you do get the images here. I thought that's what that looked like. That's what it looked like. Richard Rinkladder. That's just a funny little typo right there. So anyway, guys, that is the Everybody Wants Some Blue Collection limited edition set. And the more I look at this, the more I realize that I thought this was a steelbook, but it's not. But it looks like what the Criterion Collection version of this would definitely look like. Like the stuff inside of here definitely looks like something Criterion would put on here. The case itself looks like something from Criterion. So, for all I know, this essentially would be what the Criterion eventually looks like it's when they ever do it. I say when because, like I said, most of Richard Linklater's movies have come out on Criterion, and I wouldn't be surprised if Everybody Wants Some does too. Alright, so it's been a couple of days since I recorded something, so package time. I've got 2 packages right here, and one of them almost hit me, as you just saw. But let's go ahead and start with the poster first. And I actually have some posters on eBay right now, so this will actually come in handy whenever I get rid of those. But here it is right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, shall we? Okay, so I've already opened my packages up, so I'll go ahead and show you them both right now, and you'll see the first one here is from Best Buy. It's Final Space, the complete first and second seasons. I actually had this in my mailbox the last day. I haven't been able to get to it because it came yesterday. It was supposed to come to me last week because it came out last week, but Final Space, the complete first and second seasons. I've seen the first season. It's really good. The animation is really good in here. The comedy is very good. There's a nice mix of comedy and drama in this, surprisingly. And it's just a really good show. Really good show. I've been really invested in. The first season I really enjoyed. I haven't seen the second season yet, but that's definitely something I'm really looking forward to checking out now on Blu-ray. This is I don't know if this is a Warner Archive exclusive or not, but like I said, I found this on Best Buy, and sometimes Best Buy and Target's websites will have these Warner exclusives on here. If this is a Warner exclusive, I could have sworn it was, but yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to checking out Season 2 of that. And then we're going to go into my portfolio here to show you the other thing I picked up. If I can get to the end of it. It's after this. And from the same person who sold me the Chipmunk Adventure poster, I picked up one of my other childhood favorite movies from the 90s. Well, Chipmunk Adventure was 80s. This is 90s, Space Jam. This is the original poster for the film that I remember seeing, the iconic movie poster from back then. And now I finally have it here. Just a great, great poster that I found for a pretty good price on there. For a pretty good price on eBay, and then I should show you this as well, because I got this a couple days ago, also from eBay. It's a little poster for DuckTales, the movie Treasure of the Lost Lake. Well, it's not even a poster, honestly. Let me show you something real quick. As I slowly but surely turn to Fire Marshal Bill, let me show you something. But let me show you the thing itself. It's actually not a poster because you take it out. It's a nice little poster. It was described on eBay as a trade poster, but as you can see on the back here, this is actually the front of a Goofy comic from, I assume, October of 1990, because this came out in DuckTales came out in 1990, but the DuckTales movie. Stop blowing. But as you can see, that's the back. That's the, which is technically the front of a Goofy comic, and then there is the poster itself, the DuckTales movie poster. And this is basically the same poster that I just got from eBay a couple of days ago, the 27 by 40 poster. This is pretty much the same poster that is, except that one, the one I showed you last week, was the movie theater poster that you'd see in the theaters. But yeah, there's that, and then there's the Space Jam poster, which I'm really happy to have both of these. And speaking of Space Jam, I just saw yesterday, they put out the first official image of LeBron James in the Toon Squad uniform for the new Space Jam sequel. And I gotta be honest, I'm not too thrilled with it. I know it's just one picture, it's just a video of him walking in the Toon Squad uniform, but I don't know, something about that vibrant, colorful jersey that he has on, it just doesn't pay. It pales in comparison to what Michael Jordan had on in Space Jam. Like I hope there's at least a scene where he's actually in this, and maybe he's like, yeah, this isn't going to work out, and then it just turns into the other suit or something like that, but I don't know. I have my trepidations about Space Jam 2. I honestly don't think it's going to work, but we're getting it. It's apparently happening, and I mean, it's got some talent on the directing side, like the directing and the producing side, and it'll be nice to see the Looney Tunes on screen again. If it actually works, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna give it a chance. But like I said, this is just an icon. This is just an iconic poster that I just had to have in my collection. I'm so glad that I do. Okay, so an update. This is indeed a Warner Archive release. It just says right there, wb.com/Warner Archive, and the discs are all pretty much the same. Which I don't know if they're doing that for all the Warner Brothers releases, but I know Warner Archive usually does repeat the same disc artwork. God, it feels like an eternity since I've actually looked at this website and seen that. August 21st, that means this Friday, my movie theater is opening back up. And I'm thinking about going. I'm thinking about possibly going. I could do this private watch party. I was thinking about doing it, but as you're going to see in a minute, look at those prices. $150, $149, $99. Yeah, you could tell that. Well, there's actually more titles here than there are in the regular listings. Jumanji, Harry Potter, Avengers, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Despicable Me. Would be tempting, but for $99, that's not going to happen. So let's see what is opening up. Unhinged was a new movie. It's already opened up in Canada. But here's the stuff that's interesting to me. Inception's 10th anniversary event, which is going to have like stuff for Tenet and some new trailers coming out for, I think Wonder Woman's one of them, and possibly Dune. I'm not sure yet, but Jurassic Park. I already saw that once on the big screen whenever it was in 3D a couple years ago. That's tempting. This is the one I'm really tempted to see, The Goonies. I've seen the movie before on Blu-ray, but I've never seen it on the big screen before. But neither have I seen Empire Strikes Back either. That's very tempting. I already looked at this earlier today, but here's what's making me convinced that this is probably going to be safe. Because it says right here, select as many seats as needed. We will automatically block empty seats adjacent to your whole section. All rows in the auditorium are over 6 feet apart. So let's say I go to the Goonies, and I want to pick J4 right here. Watch what happens. Yeah, so basically I have that whole section right there to myself. So yeah, that is pretty tempting, honestly. So, I don't know which movie I'm going to go see, but this week might finally be the week I might head back up to the Monroeville Mall. It's been a long time since I've had a chance to, but this week might actually be the week to do that. Look at how big this package is. Anyway, it's package time, so let's go. And, yeah, this is hilarious to me. Seriously, look at how big this envelope is. And you know what the funny thing is? That's pretty much all that's in there. You could have fit this into one small envelope, or even a box like I get from Best Buy, but why this big? I mean, you could put like a laptop in here or something, but a couple of things in here, but anyway, let's go ahead and open this up and see what actually came in here. And as you can see, I splurged on a couple of Best Buy Steelbooks for some movies I already own, but why not upgrade to Steelbook? Inception, and they're both in 4K too, which I don't have. We have Inception, Christopher Nolan's movie. What more do I need to say about Inception? It's a great movie, and it's coming. And by the way, it's coming out again this weekend for the 10th anniversary of the film, which I think is, yeah, it's one of the $5 movies that they have at Cinemark. So that might be an option for me to when I go back to the movies this week. But yeah, I figured why not? Why not upgrade to the Steelbook version of this? I'm probably going to keep the one Blu-ray version I have because it has a nice lenticular to it, but that is a nice Steelbook right there. And this is even more nice, too. This is even more nice, too. I cannot talk right. This is very nice. The Wonder Woman Steelbook. This is my first time actually seeing a Wonder Woman Steelbook in person. I don't think I saw the original Wonder Woman Steelbook in the stores when the movie came out, or the other 4K version. I've seen the other 4K version, but this is really nice. Like I can already tell that this is a nicer Steelbook, especially with this slip that they have on here, like the Mondo slip covers and the Knives Out Steelbook I have. Yeah, these are both very nice Steelbooks. Let me go ahead and open these up. Yeah, I did not know that this had an actual slip on it, but you see Gal Gadot on the front, and there's nothing on the back, but there's the window. And Steve Boss, too, with the shield. There's the 4K, and then the Blu-ray. You got Wonder Woman with the rest of the Amazons on the front, in the inside artwork. It's a really nice set. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen this, and I had no idea how nice this actually did look. And I only picked this up a couple of days ago. I bought this online at Best Buy because I was splurging on a couple of Steelbooks that had just come out or are coming out. But honestly, I'm really glad I picked this up because this is a really nice looking Steelbook. This is probably the nicest one I've seen so far, and I'm happy to pick this up. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Inception one. I love Marion Cotillard, but I gotta be honest, her in this and her in The Dark Knight Rises playing the bad guy, she just can't do it, man. Like, I really like her as an actress, but anytime she plays a villainous role, I really am not a big fan of it. So with that said, let's take a look at the Steelbook, which is a very nice image. I believe it wasn't that Joseph Gordon-Levitt running around in the hall? Yeah, it was him running around in the hallways. I haven't seen this movie in a while, so nice image on the front, nice image on the back. Let's take a look at the inside. So not only do you get the 4K disc, but you also get the original Blu-ray release, the two Blu-rays. Let's see what the image on the inside is. The image of the city just collapsing on itself in the dream, with them all looking at it like, oh, that's amazing. Because in actuality, the scene in the movie is actually really amazing. So I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying that's a nice image there. So there are the two Best Buy Steelbooks I have picked up here. Like I said, I bought a bunch of them on Monday, so I should be getting some more in probably this week. So let's go ahead and open this other package, which I know what this is. This came from eBay. So I never realized that I never had any of the American Tail movies on DVD or Blu-ray. So what I did is went on eBay and I bought first off the American Tail 4 movie collection, which has all 4 movies, including the 2 direct-to-video films. But then I also bought the Blu-ray versions of the first 2 films. It's the first one and the second one. Honestly, the first one's better than the second one, but the second one I've grown to like it over the last few years. It's not as good as the first one, but it's good fun nostalgia for me. Like I know it's not a good movie, but it's at least effort was put into this one. Well, that's the most I can say about that one. But like I said, I've never seen the direct-to-video sequels they did, and I used to watch a lot of the old direct-to-video kids films back in the day, so I don't know, might be interesting to check out. So with that said, that is everything that I got today. Okay, so I basically came to an executive decision of what I'm going to be doing with heading back to the movie theaters and heading back to the mall. I know I said earlier in the week that I was going to try to go there this week, but I thought about it. I thought very carefully about this. I am going to hold off another 2 weeks. And I say 2 weeks because next week nothing really interesting comes out. I'm not going to see New Mutants. I wasn't going to see it anyway, even if it was going to go in theaters back in April. But I am planning on heading back to the movie theaters within the next 2 weeks, and that's when I'll start doing the Movie Stop episodes again. And I know I'm going to be doing this because I know for certain that Tenet is coming to the theater that I always go to. And I didn't think it was going to do that, but it is, so I'm going to see Tenet in 2 weeks. I'm thinking maybe about doing one of the private watch parties for myself. I'm really that crazy enough to do. But plus, I have a lot of Cinemark gift cards I haven't used yet, so it's not costing me a whole lot because I've had these gift cards for a while now. So it's expensive, but it's an option I'm thinking about. I haven't decided on that yet, but that's definitely an option. I'm not gonna get to see the early access ones because I'm gonna be working that week. So the screenings that they'll have on, I think it's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they're having late night screenings for that. So I'm not gonna do that, but. Yeah, so don't expect a new episode of Movie Stop tomorrow. 2 weeks from now, we're definitely coming back, because I'm already planning to get back to the movie theater to see Tenet on that weekend, plus some other things too. Like, I just wanted to get that out of the way, because I know in this video I didn't mention that early on, so that's why I decided to talk about it here. Anything else from this week? One thing, on Twitter, apparently talking about Jack Reacher gets a lot of people to talk about. I mean, I'll explain what happened. I put up a tweet today talking about Jack Reacher because Tom Cruise was trending on Twitter, and I basically just wrote a thing that says, Tom Cruise is trending on Twitter, so I should mention that the Jack Reacher movies are some very underrated action movies, especially the first one. And I said this because I actually got the Jack Reacher Steelbook and its sequel Steelbook today that I ordered online, and so I just figured I'd put that up there. I didn't think anything was going to be too crazy. I've had a ton of retweets on this, and a lot of people are discussing it. Like, a lot of people, it's a very polarizing thing. Some people really like the Jack Reacher movies, some people don't like the Jack Reacher movies, and those are the people that read the books. I've never read the books, so that's probably why. And, it's interesting, because, let me see if I can find it on here, excuse me. I'm actually looking at my Twitter page right now as I'm doing this. So let's see. 30 retweets and comments, 271 likes, but if you go to the tweet activity, check this out. 151,252 impressions and 10,000 total engagements. You should see my notifications. Look at that. That's all on the Jack Reacher tweet. Like, I've never had that before. And I've been on Twitter for a while now, almost 10 years. That's never happened before, so I'm honored, and at the same time, I'm very confused, because I write tweets like this, and it's never been like this before, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, and it's still going on as I'm doing this, so yeah, it's pretty interesting, to say the least. And on that note, that's going to end another week with the Reviewing Network. So if you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button, and then check out a previous episode. And I'm going to see how much crazier this gets, because it's still going even as I speak. So I'll see you next week. And then, see, I'm so concerned on this, I'm not messing up the ending thing. Until the next time I see you, take care. Good night, everybody.